Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another fake Grand Order video. And I'm also here to do another grinding talk. That's right, I'm still working on what is going to be the next video that I'm going to be releasing in here, but I also have a lot of things to do in the game, and I also just finished working, so I figured what a better time than just have a good old-fashioned grinding talk. What's grinding talk? It's me grinding things that I need to do. In this instance, I need to do all of the anniversary things that you see here, including the Beast Irish thing right there. It's for 5 tickets, and for the most part I'm not going to be trying to do anything fancy. I'm just grinding it out, and I'm also going to be using my brand new NP4 Space Irish over here. So that's going to be today's video. These videos are usually pretty long, so if you want to stick around, thank you, but there's not like anything like it's more for regular people who just want to hang out and hear me do things. I don't know, I always found that the intros to these are always really bad. I'm doing a terrible job saying for me, but yeah, you feel free to go off if you, or put this in the background. I don't know, but that's gonna be today's video. Hope you like it. If you do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's begin, shall we? So yeah, Grandin Talk is usually, well, I guess I'll explain that. I don't have to explain the team because actually, yes, I do apparently, because I have to put her in the front here. I'll show my actual team when it comes time to. But yeah, if you haven't been using Beast Ereshkigal, how does this work when I have 2 of them on the field? Because the main thing I've always is the main gimmick she has is that she has the affection meter, but do they actually give you the affection meter for this one specific thing? I would assume no, because it's not supposed to work that way. Okay, no, they do. Interesting. So I'm going to, I guess, go here. Make sure she gets it. Yeah, I may as well power up this one. Sure. It is messed up. I didn't realize this when I brought my own in here, to be honest with you. But yeah, she has like a master affinity. You want to try and work it up, and you get it all done. But obviously, this is a trial quest, so you can just kind of see here. She gets different at different stages. I think she gets more powerful. She gets more effects, and then also her NP changes after a certain bit. And there's mine taking some damage because I have a big old buffer on her. All right, I'll use this. Go here. Yep, that still works. We'll go there, and yep, hit him with the old bigger. So yeah, that's the main thing I've been doing with mine, because I have mine at 10 skills, and then I think she's around level 100 something. She's obviously not 120 because that process takes fucking forever. I did use up all the EXP I had saved up though. I was using half of it, not half of it, all the 4 stars I had saved up for some fucking reason. As I said to myself, why did I save this up? And I realized, oh, I know why I saved this up. It's specifically for this moment. I gave all those to Skahak, who was level 90, and I figured since she's NP4, she may as well at minimum be she should be level 100. I can do that for her at least. And then for everything else went straight to Space Irish over here, trying to get her as powerful as possible. It's awesome being both a goddess and a beast, it's true. Boom, take that. She has 4 and they both ended up with 4 affection. Space Ereshkigal. But yeah, that is very simple. And in terms of the teams I'm using now that I'll have the actual team and after I get my summon ticket. Thank you. I'll also get this because this is going to be important. So I'll go over here. Is someone really rocking? Who on the friends list got the level 100 Space Irish NP2 is no CE? Just saying, yo, check this out. I want you to see this. You're not going to pick it because you don't get the affection gauge. But I do want you to see it. This is the team I've been mostly using, which is just a very simple 2 Castoria and then also Saber, Bride Nero to provide some support as well. Though usually I think I go about it like this. And then we'll go in here and see how much. We'll go through all these old fights with Beast Ereshkigal and see how well she can do. Pavilion Quest 1. I'm more than positive she's going to be able to take these on, no problem. And if there is a situation where she loses it, won't that be funny? But yeah, for the most part, that's how I've been spending the anniversary, is getting her up and running, and I guess also eventually preparing for the future. But I'll go here first. Go here. There. Give her all these buffs, and then swap her out. Go there. If you're wondering why am I using it, it's simply because I want to use her. I think you can. I don't want to use Oberon because my Oberon's already Bond 15. I recognize that I also did this completely wrong. It's fine because I got distracted talking about Oberon. I just want to use someone else so that they can get some bond up and they still work out perfectly fine for me, and I don't need Oberon in every single given situation. Like, I'm not going to need Oberon for this specific fight, I say, before I die and lose. Merlin? I have Merlin. I have Lady Avalon. The problem is that Lady Avalon gives 20%, and that's not enough. I need someone that gives minimum 30%. At least until I get, yeah, I need until I get the Appen skill leveled up and stuff. But Eresh is also very he uses up a lot of materials that I don't want to use right now. So that's the way it is for the time being. But eventually I will be able to use, just not right now. Yeah, see, it's perfectly fine. And then I'll go in here with this. No need for anything else. I may as well just go for the Mighty Chain, because why not? And the death chance is now higher up as well, so they're gonna super die. Woo! Woo! Someone most recently asked me, what is she doing in that special? And I told her, it's like space shit. She's like hitting you with concepts. I think when I read it, it was like, it is the, hello all these various Nobunagas that like so many crazy buffs, but also at like 11,000 HP, I say, before they completely fucking destroy me. Give me a sec. It was like the combination, what did I say? I have to go look for it on what I sent him to say specifically, because I was like, I also can't believe it's like this. The open path is a distorted region extending towards the end of sorry, the Nobunaga, I forgot that when they die they do the whole like simp the voice. The region extending towards the end of space through which the history of humanity up to its end flow as a photon information. It is impossible to defy or survive this flow when the noble phantasm is deployed. Any nearby enemies will be engulfed and killed, which is basically the equivalent of like hitting them with like a black hole of some kind. And it's like 3 different noble phantasms at once. Point is, I was saying it's just hitting them with space shit. Things beyond your mind that you could not imagine. And blowing your mind, in essence. So I'll go here. Start beating up all these Nobus. Sorry, Elven Nobu. Ow. No! Blowing up in my face. Alright. Let's kill him now. I forgot that the also using all these also increases the bond meter. Okay. Go there. So yeah. Ooh, it's not too bad. But yeah, it's clearly hitting them with like a lot of space stuff. It's stuff beyond my recognition. That'd be, oh, smile. Everyone knows the smile though. Yo, spinning to death for no reason. They attempt to give buffs to people that they cannot possibly give. Nice, very nice. Love to see it. Hopefully I remembered to turn off the, yeah, they should be off right now. Hopefully I'm not using my teapots, because that'd be very unfortunate, because these do not give very much expo ticket yet. We'll use that a little bit later. Right now, we'll go back in here. Okay, thank God they're off. But yeah, that's basically how I've been doing the anniversary. On my GSSR, it was NP ups, so that made it extremely easy to decide which direction I was going to go in. So, not too bad. Very happy about that. Bad Nobu. It's a 1-up fight. Okay, make sure to go here first. Then give all the buffs here. We say, here we go, enjoy your buffs. Go here. And everyone. There we go, that's what I was supposed to do. Then also use that. Why not? Because that increases. I don't have everything here, so I'm actually going to go here. I'll hit Nobu for that, and then I think they likely survive this. I don't have type advantage on it, so I'll likely just kill him and then go from there. Yeah, other than that, I've been chilling, you know, getting ready to do some other stuff. Enjoying my time going off here. The release, I guess the other video I did release, even though I said it was going to be a small break, but it was already planned for when I did it, and plus most of it was actually my brother's work. I just said occasionally, hey, can you adjust the volume a bit, and then I added some stuff to it, but for the most part it was mostly him. Like 90% him, 10% me at the end of everything. So I consider that still more of a, yeah, that was a video that released, but it was more that side, but that was also planned before everything. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. There might be more follow-up from that as well later, because unfortunately it was released after the video, but Common did send something, but I know a way to use that specific information, and I will attempt to get that made as quickly as I can. Before Richard comes back would be preferable. Because I think it's a very interesting topic. It's actually one I bring up fairly often. Oh no. I have to use both of them? Oh no, bro. Do I still want to go about this even with this? I forgot this is literally the one fight where she has disadvantage in. Do I just go all in on her then? I guess that's the way to go. I'm sorry, Beast Erish, but literally you cannot function in this event. I'm just gonna have to go with my boy. Where are you, boy? There you are. Oh my god. And I could be cruel, and I could give him a CE that will actually damage him, but I'll give him the other level 100 CE that I possess. I will go with that. Oh yeah, I guess the other basic team, the Kills the Reyes is here to simply aura farm. He's just there in the background. He is there. He's there to aura farm for the most part. You don't tell me he don't look tough?
He looks tough when he's doing damage.
Him and the
animations.
I don't have his strength today currently.
Fucked up.
I don't. Maybe I'll go get that next, and maybe I'll, before this video is done, give up some justice to.
Gills can buff this version of Ereshkigal.
He can. Okay. You know what? That's something to look. I did say I need an additional buffer. Maybe that's the answer. Okay, it's been a bit since I've used you regular Space Ereshkigal, Space Ishtar. Currently coming to Hoyoverse near you. What do you mean you're not? I forgot you were level 8. God damn it. It's fine. Okay. We'll go here. I'll go full Brave Chain because you do get bonus for extra. Man, Space Ishtar is also pretty cool. I like Space Ishtar. She shows up in a giant Ishtar mobile. And she shoots with the giant gun. Fuck, that's a lot of... I didn't realize how much HP this fucking fight has. Darth Vader Ishtar? Yeah, you do get both. And then you get the combination of both after they fusion dance. We'll go there. Okay. Okay, I'll go again because again she does get the bonus. She might not have the bonus anymore. The one thing I do remember is that she has unfortunately aged just a little bit. So that buff I'm thinking about that is 100% to extra damage might be gone by now. I'll check it on the next go around. But yeah, all that pomp and circumstance of summoning forth the giant Ishtar just to do around 60,000 damage. It's a humble amount. You gotta stay humble in these times. Okay. Go there. Probably also could have done that a long time ago, but it's okay. Actually use this on Castoria because she fucking took a beating for some reason. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna check. Strength to hang to humanity. Yeah, that buff is long gone. Is this on the Noble Phantasm? Extra. Yeah, see, and plus increase. Okay, it's on the Noble Phantasm. Okay, I'm good. Go there, and then yes, because I need to get Castoria's NP up and running as well. Eat this giant formation, great tactician. Get cursed. The power of China. Can you deal more than 60,000 on this one? It would be greatly appreciated. Because otherwise I might need to bring in Saber Gildereus. Okay, that's respectable. Extremely respectable, considering that this is not my Space Ishtar. If this was my Space Ishtar, she would have finished this shit a long time ago. Because mine is strong. Built tough. Alright. Castoria, unfortunately, is not seeing good days right now. We'll go there. He's got this, though. I believe in him. The capital of sins. The final dragon within my heart. Alright, hit him with them 2 buster cards with 0 buffs. Perfect. Okay. You didn't hit Castoria, which is fantastic. Let's see. I don't think I need to switch out here, so... let's just build up some NP. Worst comes to worst, I can always bring in Bride Nero. Honestly, if worst comes to worst, I could just simply use Bride Nero to end this fight herself. It's really more of a courtesy that the others are here, I guess. Go there. Yeah, I feel unfortunately they both die here. I have to give my last buffs to her. Looking at it like this. It'd be nice if they didn't die, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Go ahead. Use the power cosmic. Yeah. 47. We're getting there eventually. Turn 6. It's a humble amount. But this is the way they wanted you to beat it. Bye, Castoria. I was about to say bye to Waver. But no, she hates Ishtar more than she hates Waver. Alright. We bring it in MASH. Who do we save here? I feel like the answer is... it is her specific mode. It only makes sense. Do we keep it? I think we... maybe I'll switch it to Buster, because why not? I have 50% to arts, but I don't think it's doing all that much, to be honest with you. He only has 1 of them. And it's gonna run out pretty soon. And so is this Noble Phantasm. Oh no! I guess we'll see how much this does. Maybe it's less. It is less. But that's okay. They're almost dead. Hey, did you like that Noble Phantasm? Would you like to see it again? It's back. Even I can't stop myself. The only thing that can stop the evil Space Ishtar with a giant Space Ishtar Gundam is another Space Ishtar with her own Space Ishtar Gundam. Mash, you ate that? Damn. Everyone, it's time. It's time for the Gildereus sweep. That's right. Can he deal 23,000 damage here? The answer is no. If he had critted, it would have been the sickest thing in the world, but unfortunately, he did not. Would have loved it though. There was actually no guarantee she would have done enough damage now that I think about it. Okay, she would have. 62,000, yeah, okay, fine.
She needs to mimic a fraction of
That's right. She said shape up. 2 scarabs. Thank you. View the pure aura. She locked in. That was the most damage she had done. And that's totally because of Gildereus being there. He did give him the tactic. That thing is not meant for him. He doesn't have any fucking... It's Tesla. Who I do not hate. Let it be clear. I do not hate Tesla. Alright, let's see. But I do need someone that's better suited for... I guess the Buster team with Tesla would probably be better. But then I would get rid of the Orborby Gildereus. But we would get red hair looking solemnly in the back.
support setup. That's how's this Buster, but you have Scotty there.
This is Buster, yeah. Because Cuckoo doesn't need Oberon. She just needs someone to give her 50% NP. Yeah, exactly. There's a method to the madness. I guess I'll also use this one because Cuckoo is also at NP level 5, level 120 max append skills as well. She has all of them at max level as well. And I still have to get her to bond 15. She's like 1 million away, I think, or so. I forget exactly how much. Either 1 million or 100,000. It's Matt Damon.
Khan is able to get all 3 buffs from build to raise.
Damn, that's also power. It's a power play. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna use. Yes, he is gonna attack, so I'm gonna do it this way. He doesn't need the buff, but he does need the buff. Okay, we'll leave it at that. We got some stars. Yeah. All right, Tesla, get at it. That's right, summon forth the giant tower. He did do more damage than please crit, please crit, please crit. There we go. Spoilers for the upcoming Odyssey movie coming out next week. This is how that movie's gonna end. And they're doing this all practical effects as well. Are you really not gonna do shit, Odysseus? Are you just gonna stare at me with your helmet? Is that all you got? Come on, bro. Don't embarrass yourself like this. Okay. Going in again. Zabalba. That's right. I am the final son. You know, a lot of people are saying, I think it's crazy that Christopher Nolan is going to bring in Aztec themes into the Odyssey, but for me personally, in order to beat Space Matt Damon, I think it's the only way for it to be done. Especially when they got Spider-Man. Fuck! I forgot. Again, when all those suitors, when they get to the final level, bah, this is your warning shot. That's a lip. Oh, what do you mean you killed Kagula?
Let who lives.
No, I only have Scotty and red hair in the back and match.
And it works out.
All right. You've never seen someone lock in as hard as red hair is about to right now. We're talking about locking in to such a degree that has never been seen before.
Premeditated red hair video.
It is. I'm gonna go double because that's where the crits are. Fuck! I didn't notice he had invincibility.
Happens after you have this door.
This is the power of Matt Damon. He's too strong. This is red hair has invincibility. Go there. Why didn't Magic get all the fucking stars? Heal you up a little bit. This is a bad situation. I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, you got this red hair. Everyone ignored that you had the perfect first turn, and you couldn't do anything because of invincibility. This is where you hit him with the God Force. Very good. He hit me with the fucking Zuko dive kick. He's been playing a lot of the Avatar, but beta. Okay, we'll go there. I guess this is the oh no. I think this is the way it has to go. Get everyone's NP up. Because if we can stall Odysseus for time, that's our win con. Yeah, look at that. But I forget, does this Noble Phantasm ignore sure hit and reduce attack damage taken to 0 for yourself when attacking with a Noble Phantasm? But I didn't have sure hit, I had invincibility. I had like the ultimate way of stopping it. So I actually don't know. It must be on his Noble Phantasm he removes buffs. quite the tricky situation we find ourselves in.
For dipping,
Yeah.
he removes all enemies defensive.
Well, we lose. There's literally zero way for us to win this.
Why would the Trojan horse not put down all defenses?
Oh, well, to be fair, I'm expecting it. I know that he's got John Bethanol in his horse. I know what's coming for me. Mash is gonna die now. He is refusing to hit red hair. He's like, not red hair. Not my goat. I mean, he ignores sure hit, and so actively, Scotty doesn't do anything. Alright. The most sickest mighty chain you've ever seen. Chain 1. Hate of Sky. Chain 2. It is an attack buff. Chain 2, red hair NP. Last chain, Buster card from red hair. And this also gives us a damage cut, which is nice. Well, I mean, to be fair, they've done more damage than I would have expected them to. I thought, oh, I guess it's only on his normal Phantasm.
The turn where he
Hear me out, red hair tanks this. Red hair mighty chain. 50%. Boom. Boom. And then he hits with the, I forget, these removes all buffs. This does nothing. No, damn you. Christopher Nolan. How could you? IMAX theory, fuck you too, Jeff Keighley. I'm going to use my command spell.
to bring back out red hair.
I didn't hear no bell. Okay, let's see. I'll go there. All right, if I plan this well, he might be able to get the final kill here. Sure, why not? I'll use that too. He has invincibility. I just reminded myself. Okay. So I'll just use a regular old. There we go. We'll gain some NP for this turn. And the next turn, Scooby-Doo all monsters unleashed directly onto Matt Damon. Matt Damon fears red hair. That's why he's dive kicking him right now. All right, we're gonna go here, here, and then the Tesla pickup. But either way, this is how he dies. See, this is what Zeus was trying to do to Odysseus during the
He's not gonna fuck with it.
that's what I'm saying. It's all forces here. I just think that Tesla does too much damage because he's like high NP, I think. So my best bet was to do it first with Vitch and then try from there. Let's see. It would be funnier if this just doesn't kill. But it should kill.
Hey, he does extra damage to third from Sky.
Yeah, see, like if I had started with him, he would have killed it immediately. Tesla acting like, yeah, we did it, everyone. Let's go. Team effort. Good job, red hair. That went exactly how I was expecting it. Now, that fight would have been just as funny as if we had added in Gilson Reyes, because he would have also actively been doing nothing the entire fight. All right, in the next pavilion. This one, the Learning with Manga one, I believe. All right, I think we're finally able to get back to... Yes, we are. Okay. Back to life, back to reality. Go back here and go down to the beast. But yeah, that was a hint of what's to come in some future movie, in a movie theater coming to you. I got my tickets. I'm ready. I'll be there to be like, whoa. So that's how he did it. I want to see what Spider-Man sees. When Tom Holland said, I can't believe it, he's like making movies and shit. That's how I knew it was gonna be a good movie. Hey, Bunyan. I feel like I'm beating up on a child now. I feel like this is the disparaging fight. No, that definitely not one that leaves you feeling good. Yep. 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 Welcome. Then we'll go there. Can't she deal 600,000 damage? I think she might be able to. If I had probably given her a little bit more of the skills, now that I think about it, I probably could have. We'll see. Nope, not close. What is with that? Every time that screen pops up whenever I attack with that card with Ereshkigal over here, it reminds me of the "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it" meme. It's just Space Eresh's face, and it just says "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to you" as it gives the lion roar. I don't know where that roar is from, but do you know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and then the is that a Five Nights at Freddy's roar? No, probably not. I think it's more that specific noise is not with the "I'm gonna sugarcoat it." It's more with you know, when they do like the super close-up face and it's hyper detailed. Is that from Tekken? Is that a noise from Tekken?
No, the original thing originated from Tekken. None of this is Five Nights at Freddy's.
I know. I'm saying I'm combining two in my head. The "I'm not gonna sugarcoat it" is separate from the one with the noise where the person is looking forward with like a super hyper detailed face. And then like you hear a roar. You don't know that one?
No. I think that's a fighting game.
Man. I want to say it maybe involves speed, but then that doesn't really narrow it down, does it? No, there's a lot of them. Man. I'm gonna go beat up on the God Coconut for a bit. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of whenever I see it, and especially when it takes up the entire screen. I'm trying to remember where the fucking beginnings of that meme came from. I feel like I may have... Oh man, I really wish I could remember. The problem is that so many memes just kind of get remixed into oblivion, so you don't actually remember where the starting point is. The entire universe is mine. Yeah! Take that, giant coconut. Giant coconut milk. Demon of giant coconut milk. He hit me with the yellow object. Okay, that's a little bit mean, but okay. Let's end it now. Let me see if she can do it again. Not that one. It needs to be her face specifically, but it's fine. I'll be on the lookout for it. To the deafened universe and beyond. It's awesome being both a goddess and a beast. Nice. Protection level 4 though. Add on that, add on add. Now, when we've reached the part where we're now deep enough into the grind and talk where I can now finally talk about a movie I watched most recently. And let me see, make sure that she has, she has buffs on this. Okay, good. I've watched a lot of movies in the meantime. The most two recent ones I saw, one was called Frogman. It is a found footage mockumentary of sorts, I guess, kind of. I don't know. It's about a guy. He finds Frogman as a child, and he goes back 20 years later to find Frogman, and he finds a lot of things about it. I think that movie is not as good as it could be, and it could definitely be much better. but I also feel like it has like a charming notion to it. Like, I feel like I understand where the people and their passion are for, and I feel a lot of the time what was holding them back more than anything was just a lack of funds, so they try to do the best with what they have, and I can appreciate that, even if I think like it's not the highest of budget stuff. And I also feel like even in the very scope of the movie itself, it was not fully realized. But that movie at least made me feel something. The movie I watched right afterwards was Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which you can see now on streaming on HBO Max, because it finally left. I think it left theaters a long time ago, just like I just fucking... its theater run was as long as this fight, which was me doing most of the setup, and then it was over. To put it into a certain amount of terms, of all the Mummy movies I've watched, which is all three of the Brendan Fraser movies of the Mummy movies, The Mummy, Scorpion King, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I've seen the original Boris Karloff The Mummy, and I've seen Tom Cruise's The Mummy, which is not the name of that movie. It's what I call it. Lee Cronin's The Mummy is maybe the worst mummy movie that has ever been made. It is, no joke, fucking awful. I can't put them into the front of the slot, so I'm just gonna keep moving with my life. I'm all in on my girl here. I'm going in with this. So the problem that I have with criticizing this movie, which I did write a review on my Letterboxd if you want to see it there. I couldn't go more deep into it because the more I learned about the creation of it, the madder it made me about how much he said he was specific. And so he said I used it as a way to, because I had most recently lost my mom. I used some of it to help like cope with some of the stuff I was going through, and I'm always like, man, I think it's great when people use movies to specifically help them work through something that they're going through personally. I think that's amazing stuff. I hope the movie at the very least made him feel better, because at least then I would know that the movie worked for someone. I think on a grander scale, it is really bad. I think he was approached by who's the guy who does all the stuff for Blumhouse? Is it James Wan, the one who's like the executive producer? Not the actual person behind Blumhouse, which is Jason Blum. The one that's like behind Saw and stuff like that. Either way, he was helping out. He told him, can you please make a mummy movie? And he said, I don't really want to make a mummy movie. But maybe I can try to do something different. And then his idea of different was just making Evil Dead but shitty, which the last movie he did was Evil Dead Rises, I think, which is a good Evil Dead movie. I thought it was a very well done Evil Dead movie. I was shocked to see that he had when I went to go look up Lee Cronin, I was like, what? Because the movie, the reason I call it Lee Cronin's The Mummy, that's what it's fucking called. It is Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It is not The Mummy. It is Lee Cronin's The Mummy. They do not want you to confuse it for the Brendan Fraser Mummy franchise, which they still plan to make a new that they're currently working on. They got Brendan Fraser in the hyperbolic time chamber to get him fucking buffed up and ready for whatever he has to fight in the next movie. I'm just giving her whatever at this point. I was getting tired of looking at all the C's. And so it is his version of The Mummy. He didn't like The Mummy to begin with. He said, I'm going to make my own thing. I want to do something original. We don't need, so instead of making it about like Imhotep, which is about like a royalty person being made into a mummy, he said, I'm gonna make it about a basic person. If you've not seen the Lee Cronin's The Mummy, I guess spoilers for whatever the fuck I'm about to say, because I cannot talk about this movie without explaining everything about it. First things first, I have to mention, I can't believe I'm out of my command spells. I'm about to fucking lose. I'm gonna lose so fucking badly. It's not even fucking funny. Anyway, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I'm gonna go in on my girl here because she's up first. She has the cards ready. She's ready. Her whip's been ready. She gotta go get it. I'll actually go like this because I think I need Castoria's stuff to take down the burn. There's no mummy in Lee Cronin's The Mummy. There is no mummy. What they did is that there is now some kind of demon man who is in essence the mummy, but he's not a mummy. They like put him inside a person and then they put some wraps and shit, but at no point do they actually ever do the mummification process. No one ever gets turned into a mummy. And at the end of the movie, when the fucking guy leaves the body, you learn that there's no consequences. She's just able to fucking leave, no problem, and she's able to live her happy fucking life with this family that should hate her because she killed the grandma, and nobody wants to acknowledge any of this. And I'm doing it this way because I want the burns to apply first, and then the Castoria cleans them. And so apparently it didn't even work that way. It's fine. My anger is getting me through this fight. So there's no mummy. They do a process in which they transfer the soul into her, and then they put her in a tomb, and then from that point on, she's basically like possessed. She's possessed by not the mummy, the Narlathotep. That's not his name. They call him some fucking made up, and they couldn't even like use a real Egyptian god. They're like, we're just gonna make up a fake Egyptian god, and then everyone will. It's not even a god, it's a demon. We're gonna use no mythology here. We don't want anyone to confuse this with the idea that we actually tried to use some forethought into what we were building here. None of that's gonna be happening here. So still going through this. I can go Mighty Chain, I think, is probably the best option here. I'm also going to use this because it'd be good to get it out now. Yeah, I'll go here. I didn't do a Mighty Chain at all. I fucked up everything. It's fine. So like I said, there's no mummy. They put a girl, they kidnap a little girl in the beginning of the movie, and then 8 years later the movie happens, and while they were transferring the girl away in a giant fucking plane, the plane crashes, and then they return her from, I don't think they're not even in Egypt. Where the fuck were they? Let me make sure I get this right. I want to say they were in Cairo. So, you know, where is Cairo? It is in Egypt. There we go. The capital of Egypt is Cairo. So they were in fact in Egypt. My bad, everyone. My bad. But live and learn, and now going forward, I'll know. So they were in Cairo. They were doing all this. The people there are like, sure, we'll give them back to you for some fucking reason. Even though when they give it back to her, the daughter is clearly fucked up. There's multiple issues with her, and then they say, I think the best thing you can do is put her in a loving home, which is maybe the most bullshit answer I've ever heard to give to anyone. This woman has literally, she can't stop screaming, and they're just like, we're gonna give it to you, and I think you guys are really gonna be able to handle her from this point onward. And from that point on, she's not like doing any like cool mummy thing. She at the end of the movie, she is able to like summon forth like storm winds, similar to Imhotep does in the Mummy franchise. But the difference being here is that it just like isn't as cool when she does. There's no aura to any of it. It just feels like very like bleh. I have to now debate if I want to. No, I should be fine. We'll see. We'll go here. She should hopefully clean up a lot of these burns, and we'll be able to go on from there. It was not, so she like is possessed by this guy, but she has like a whole bunch of like different like art like words around her body that will in theory protect them from someone or something like that. No fighting on this one. So I don't know, it just ends up being like very not good. So the daughter, they get the daughter, they bring the daughter in. The daughter's awful because of course she's possessed by a fucking demon, so she's acting up all weird and shit. Like I say, eventually there's like this old grandma who is like the mother of the main, I guess, female protagonist, who is trying to help out her daughter going through a pretty rough time, because it is rough to be like, your daughter's missing and then now we're getting her back, we have to understand it and all that. But I can't stand enough that the daughter has come back in multiple ways fucked up. They think like, no, we can't abandon her, so they're gonna keep her. So they have like this old Mexican grandma who is like saying the Lord's Prayer, saying, please, Lord, save him. And this is the part where I said, like, this is just the fucking Exorcist. So at the beginning of the movie, it's a ripoff of The Exorcist. And then as time goes on, it stops being a ripoff of The Exorcist. And it starts becoming a ripoff of Evil Dead, as she starts to act more, and she starts to be like, you're fucking, you suck. You know, stuff like that. You know, classic Deadite dialogue of saying, you suck ass. Here. Okay, she does. Okay. I think I'm gonna go here. Drink a little bit of water. Get a little bit back. Go here. Okay, the only chance I have here is to completely fucking blitz him before I die. So this is my one chance. So it's a really bad setup. They get her in there. As I mentioned beforehand, she starts doing like crazy, weirder stuff. She starts like using psychic powers when they're not watching. Every single time you learn more about this demon is the parents going into another room going, whoa, that's crazy, as like the demon is tormenting the other kids as they are completely unattended. And like their daughter, who needs all the help she can get, they decide like, no, we'll just leave her like completely like unsupervised. What's the worst that could happen in any given situation? It's really not that big a deal. And what eventually ends up happening is that when the mother's distracted for some fucking reason, the grandma is alone with her, and then what she does is that she headbutts the grandma, and then she throws her ass out a window. The grandma gets hit by a car as she lands outside, and as she gets hit by the car, the people in the car go, oh, she hit our car. And then as the grandma is still woozy because she got thrown out a fucking window, she's woozy, and then in come the coyotes, and the coyotes eat her alive. And then they cut to the grandma being eaten by coyotes, and they go, like, at the beginning of the scene, 5 minutes before they start, the family lets you know, Dad, the coyotes aren't here. And then when she gets hit by the car, the coyotes come into the scene, and they're eating her as she goes, ah! And then they cut to her funeral. They're having a funeral, and they have the mom, who again has been it's an open casket funeral, and they have her on display. Again, this woman 2 minutes ago was devoured by coyotes, and they're saying she would have wanted this. Regardless of anything, she wanted to have an open casket funeral. Damn the coyotes, regardless of anything. She needs this open casket funeral. And then from there, the movie gets worse. And by that point, we enter the end game, and then it goes full on Evil Dead, because somehow the evil entity is able to take possession of people, even though when they're not currently, I guess, like if they get hit by something. The grandma also does get brought back to life. Like at the end of the movie, when everyone's like, again, eventually this ends happy, because what they do is that the cop for the Egyptian cop lady is like having her own episode. And then at the end of the movie, she goes like, yo, I need to go and show you guys this VHS tape of what I saw. It's set in the modern era. I refuse to believe that this couple just has a fucking VHS like player laying around somewhere. They show them the VHS, and while they're showing the VHS, this is the process of what they did. Like their kids are getting ready, they're suiting up, and they're like, let's get ready to fucking end this movie. And then they attack them, and everyone has to fight like everyone gets their designated under 13-year-old to fight. The father has to fight the dead grandma. The mom has to fight the little 8-year-old girl, and then the cop has to fight, like, I think the boy is probably around 16ish in age, and she has to like fist fight him. At some point she gets stabbed in the neck, and then she is able to be okay. She actually like to put her fingers into her vocal cords to say the chant at the end. And so then they put him inside the father, and then they put the father in a coffin. Not a coffin, it's a sarcophagus. That, and then they decide that they're just gonna keep a sarcophagus in the basement of their house. And they talk to the dad through Morse code. And then at the very end of the movie, the woman who kidnapped her at the beginning, they find her. She's like currently in a hospital, and they figure the best way to do this is that they drug her so she can't fight back, and then they wheel in the husband, because like I said, once the mummy is out of your body, not the mummy, the demon. Once the demon leaves your body, I refuse to call this thing a mummy. The demon leaves the body, and then you can recover perfectly fine, because at the end of the movie they show the daughter and she's like okay now, even though previously her skin was literally being peeled off of her. An entire portion of her skin, which was tied to her like pinky toe, which they removed the pinky toe from, is she's just okay. She's like, she just has a little bit of a skin issue, but for the most part she's healing. So apparently there's just no consequences to anything. So they go to the magician, they go like, get ready for this, and they wheelchair in the husband, and they get ready to do the ritual, and then they close the door, and I go like, this was a waste of everyone's time. This was a terrible movie. I hated the 2 hours I had to watch this. It's 2 hours long. It's slow. It's boring. It's not scary. It's confusing, as there's multiple plot threads that just like go unanswered, such as how they literally like like you can't just go back to normal life after you're having an open casket funeral for your coyote eating grandma, and then the fucking like 18-year-old pops out from atop of you and attacks the guests. Like, you just can't go back to living a normal life. You can't just put that shit under the rug and say like that never happened.
Starts eating chunks off the grandma.
Starts eating chunks off the grandma. It is, yeah, that's right. She does do that as well. She starts going. She goes back. They take the dentures out the woman. They give it to the little girl, and she has like this scene where she goes like, she looks like a fucking cartoon character. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. I gave it half a star. Terrible fucking movie. Worst mummy movie I've seen. Not really even a mummy movie. This is the attempting to cook, and then they should never be allowed to cook again. Like, it made me like Frogman more. I was like, Frogman I feel like has more. I gave Frogman 2 stars. I'd give it 2.5 stars, just because I didn't feel like I was fully bored as I was watching this 2-hour slogfest of a man just deciding that the best thing that you can do with the Mummy franchise to reinvigorate it is to make a fucking bootleg Evil Dead. And now I hear the new Evil Dead movie is currently in theaters. And he also specifically didn't direct the new Evil Dead because he was working on this. And now that new Evil Dead's coming out, and it's people are saying it's really good. So I'll go check it out. I also did like his Evil Dead movie. I don't know. He just did a very bad job on this one. And that, I think, is the end of today's Grind and Talk, because now I am finished with everything. Oh, there's actually one thing I have to do still. Maybe I'll come back for the strength things. I got really like lost in the vortex of trying to explain Lee Cronin's The Mummy. But there is something I have to do, which is go to the shop. I have to get my expo stuff. I still haven't done Ordeal Call 2, so I can't get one of these, but it's okay. I wasn't going to pick one of them. Here's my first. Bardigust. Yes, please. And then my other one is down the ways, down the ways, down the ways. Show me the goods. Fantastic outfit we got here. What are the details? Celebrating Fate Grand Order's 9th anniversary, heroic spirits wearing outfits a bit different from the norm welcome you to the festival to commemorate the auspicious day. Time to reflect on your past adventures and celebrate to the fullest. Great stuff. And here she is in like a tactical outfit, also with the tactical knife. If I can just do a zoom in.
Summonable at the venue.
It was? Oh, at the Anime Expo?
You could get UDK Vargas.
Oh, so you could have gone in the big poster. I ended up getting you ended up doing Count of Monte Cristo.
You got Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
There was two girls. They were sitting at the end of the line because they wanted a different character. They wanted the Miko sir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the funny thing, yes, all of Avalon is gettable from the summon. They've got Oberon, Ask, Melusine,
Vargas,
and Fukai, aka Babos.
Bubble Sith, the Miko priestess herself. Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine again that a lot of the Lost Belt 6 characters would be very popular. I think there's plenty of good getting from the cast there. Nothing different there. So yeah, that's the end of today's grinding talk. Thank you very much for joining me, for seeing me. I thought it was going to be mostly a Beast Ereshkigal, but it was not actually. It was a good mixture of some of her, some other people that I had to kind of be forced to use. I got dunked on by Matt Damon. I talked an insane amount of shit on Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which gave me the power to ignore the fact that I was in a fight that I could very easily lose out of nowhere if I didn't pay attention enough. So I'd say that was pretty good. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Say goodbye, boy.
Goodbye.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.